Having my own space in the garage to film is brilliant, but bloody freezing. How's it going, people, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we will be going over one thing, and that is what is in my camera bag. Let's go. So here it is. I've watched loads and loads of these videos online, and I am impressed with the amount of gear that some people have. And one day, yes, I would love for that to be me, but at the moment I am a beginner in photography and videography. So I'm going to show you what's in my beginner's camera bag. So to start off with, the thing that I keep my gear in, it is a Lowepro BP150 Tahoe camera bag. To me, that means nothing. All I can tell you was it was cheap and I could get it that day. So this is what I picked up. I'm not going to waste time going through specs of this thing. As I said, it's a cheap bag. It's got zips, it's got more zips, and it's got another zip. I mean, it's a bag at the end of the day. So opening up the bag, I can tell you that every single pocket in here and divider is filled with something. Now, first thing I'm going to show you is the first camera I ever started to create with. This thing is probably what most people start off with. And I would swear by it, hence why it is still in my camera bag today. So here we have the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Now I bought this thing as soon as it came out because at the time I was actually riding motocross, so you know, helmet cam, chest strap, all that sort of thing. That's where the GoPro comes into its own. Now I did start watching YouTube and wanted to make more vlog style videos, so I did try to use this for a little bit. I mean, I made my first couple of videos over on my other channel with this, and it is great. It really is good for what it's for, but obviously in time you do want to upgrade, so that's why this took a sidestep, but it still stays with my bag. So upgrading from the GoPro, I went out and bought the same camera that every YouTuber I watch use. In my head, this was the best move I could possibly make. So what did I do? I went out and bought this, which is the Canon G7X Mark II, and not joking, what a little camera this thing is. So at the time of me buying this camera, the content I wanted to create was vlog style videos, which is obviously taking a camera out of you on your days out, on your daily routines, or even taking it away on holiday. For these types of videos, this is where this camera came into its own. I mean, for one, the size of the thing, it's in one hand right now, and it fits into my pocket. So I didn't have a camera bag at this time. I just used to put this in my jacket pocket, flip it out, and crack on whenever I needed to make a video. Now, as good as this camera is, it does have a few drawbacks. One, and probably the main being, is that you cannot plug an external microphone into it. You only can use the internal mic. As you can see, I've got the Velcro on there, and that is because I used the Winmuff, which did an okay job, but I think it could have been a little bit better. But that's another reason as well where I picked up this. So this camera I'm using right now is the Canon 250D, and the main difference is this camera is a DSLR. Now with that, it means I can change the lens, and it also gives me a variety of the sort of content I want to put out. But the main thing for me buying this camera is on top there is a Rode VideoMic Go, which means my audio should sound a lot better than it did coming from the G7X. Now with this being a DSLR, it obviously means I can change the lens to suit the type of content that I want to create. Now, when I bought this camera, it did come with the kit lens, which is the 18-55. And yes, this is a decent lens if you're starting out, and you could do a lot with it. But with me, and me being me, I always want the next best thing. So what I did is I went out and bought the lens that I'm using right now, which is the 10-18 wide angle. Now with this lens being the 10-18mm wide angle lens, it actually means I can comfortably go out and vlog with this camera if I wanted to. And at the same time, I can create these types of videos and only have the camera an arm's length away from me, so my audio should be super crisp. Now my third and final lens is probably my favourite when it comes to taking photos. It is, of course, the Canon 50mm, or as its other name is the Nifty 50. So with the aperture being so low with this lens, taking a portrait of somebody is like, it blows my mind. The fact that you can get someone's face so crispy and the background just a lovely blur. Oh, I love it. It's great, and what a purchase this is, and it is dead cheap for what it is. So, if you've not got one, just go out and get one. Now, I'll wait. So we're past the cameras now, and we're on to what I think is probably my most favourite thing in the bag. And that is, of course, a drone. Now my drone of choice is the DJI Mavic Mini. Now I bought this drone for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's one of the cheaper drones that DJI do. And with DJI, even though you're not spending so much money, you know the quality is going to be top notch. The second reason I bought this drone is because of that right there. That says that this drone is 249 grams. Now what does that mean? This means I can fly this thing without a license. It means I don't have to do any sort of paperwork. I can literally get it out the bag, send it up, as long as you're using it responsibly in the right places, and you'll have no problems. Now this thing has a 12 megapixel camera and shoots in 2.7K, which actually means that it shoots better resolution than the Canon G7X Mark II. And the crazy thing is that all comes from this stabilized little camera. So the footage you get from this is just super crisp and super smooth, and it is honestly incredible. So that right there is literally everything in my camera bag. I mean literally everything. So what do I do when I've got all the footage that I need? Well, I bring it home and I upload it onto my iPad Pro. So I literally use this iPad for everything. I don't have a PC, I don't have a laptop. I edit my videos on here, I edit my photos on here, and the thing is just incredible. The app of choice that I have for editing videos is LumaFusion. Now I did start out with iMovie, but in time I felt a bit restricted with it because it is free software at the end of the day, so I went out and bought this. Now LumaFusion is actually really cheap, but the stuff you can do with it at the same time is really good. Now teaming the iPad Pro up with the Apple Pencil is just like editing gold for a beginner like me, and I cannot recommend it to anybody that wants to make a start in this game. So that's it, you have seen everything that I have in my camera bag and what I use to make my videos from start to finish. If you think that I'm missing something, then let me know in the comment section down below, and maybe it's something we can look at adding next year in 2021. So having gone through all that, I am going to end this video here. If you did like the video, then let me know by hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you know when I next upload. So with that, I'll see you in the next one.